Welcome guys. So it's Pride Month. If you've been over on my Instagram, you'll know that this is something that's really important to me. I have shared you my story. But I'm going to be doing some tutorials based around Pride Month and around Father's Day to link into what we're doing over on my Instagram this month. I also just have some fun tutorials up and coming, some we can do what you can do as a family. There was actually going to be a different one today, but I lost, or a lot of stuff got corrupted. So this is going to be a lot quicker, and it's why you don't have an example for me to show you. We're going to do it together, and it'll be in that top corner for you to look at. I'm just not showing you the raw one. So, I've shown you working with acyllics before. So much fun. We're going to make these little rocks. We're going to into our little cool for some little cool patterns for Pride, which means we can put some like cool designs on. Now I'm going to be writing one of the designs on one of them, but I've got 3 so I can let them dry, but obviously you can do more. Now, as you saw before, put on, drop on and let it flow. And I have, I'll leave that out because I'll be using that colour again. I've laid down some paper on the board and I've got a towel here because alcoholics, as I told you before, get messy. And that solvent I put down first, it's a blending solution. It is a solvent. It does need using in an aerated space. So if you are doing this kind of design with children, I do say to you adults, you need to be doing that, not the kids. Although this isn't one of the videos I've done design special. That one isn't open, especially with kids in mind. So, but either way, it's still one they could do. So just please take it in mind. Some yellow dots. So as you can see, I'm making a rainbow coloured rock. And that will be because, well, it's Pride. So we want all the colours of the rainbow. And that will make it a bit easy. There we go. And we're going to go for the last one, which is a nice purple I've got. And while that one dries, which won't take long as you've seen before, and I can put an ice coat on it, I'm just going to do a couple more to these ones. Now, as I said, I do have all the stuff coming up for Pride, including a rock that will be doing Pride with a nice Asperger's neurodiverse symbol. That one's important to me, and I'm doing that simply because both those symbols actually are something that, well, they stand for me, and it's nice to have logos like that out there. And when I was writing about autism, I did a whole series, and it's actually, there's a lot higher percentage of people on the spectrum that actually are LGBTQ. So it's nice to have something to recognise that. And again, see, I'm doing that same kind of idea. And we're going to put some cool little quotes on these rocks. So I'm going to probably just do one. And we have a kitten going to say hi again. She's got a new baby kitten. And she seems to like the times I'm painting. I'm filming for you guys as time comes. Hello. Yeah, come on then. Wait. Nope. Not going to walk up, are you? You're just going to sit there. Hello, here we go. One little baby kitten. Hello. There we go. Off we go. That likes to come and say hello whenever I'm doing this. So, dot, dot, dot. And we have our second rainbow formed. Just that simple. And you see underneath why I suggested we do this. We've got this entire area that has puddled, and that rainbow has formed quite massively with the purple overtaking. Now there is a way to deal with that, and if you actually put, as I showed you on the last video, a couple of white dots, it'll actually break through some of that and just make it look a little bit less like it's overtaking, and you can put a bit of red on top and you've got a bit of a different design. Now these kind of designs look beautiful when they've been resined or glazed. You can varnish them as well. It's just, if you resin or glaze them, they just pick up colours, the colours so well. Don't think I've got one around that I've done it to show you, or not close. I do have some next door, but I will get one out for the next video. I'll show you what I mean, because when we do that to this kind of rock, it just picks things up beautifully. Now this one I'm going to do a little bit different, because I'm going to try and stick the colours in a rainbow pattern. So red, orange, yellow, why do I keep picking up the green that does not want to work for me? Oh dear. Green. Blue. And of course, violet at the end. And that one's blending across the rock in that another lovely fashion. And we can highlight again with our white, and that'll show quite what that's doing. And we use that along those lines. And since our blending solution has seemed to not want to be responding as well as it could, this is where you can just add a little bit extra on those lines and just convince that white to move. It also could just be that the white's decided to got itself a little bit clogged up. There we go. Because white does that because it's a more chalky paint. And we can paint some little lines there and just add a little something on that level to it. And it just forces them to all blend across into each other then. Which, personally, I don't know if I liked it more actually as just the rainbow. Maybe I did actually. But whichever way you liked it, we try it like that. It's cool. So our original one is dried now, mainly. And I have rainbow hands. I'm going to have rainbow hands for a lot of videos coming up, guys. You also know how many I've filmed doing this. So, we'll use the paintbrush that is really good for calligraphy style paintbrush. They are super good for writing, and if you're not comfortable with that, use the white gel pen I've told you about before. They bleed a bit more, but so can this. So we're going to write the L being a little bit more pronounced. And we're going to make sure we're going to leave ourselves space for it. So we're going to write our bottom L down here so we know how much space we're going to do. And our middle I for is. And that's just a way of letting us know that that's the level of space we want to give each of these words. And it makes it a little easier for us. So, we're going to write with the tip of it now, making sure we're not overfilling that brush. One of the more iconic ones that is used every Pride is "Love is love." Such a simple comment and such a simple statement to understand that even My 6-year-old understands it. And we taught him about sexuality and that it was okay for men to marry men, women to marry women. He literally just sat there and got, his only worry was people loved each other, not what their gender was. And that makes me very proud as a mum. Makes me very proud as a mum that is bisexual. But even if I wasn't, I think it is important to be teaching our kids in this day and age that love simply is love. But we have other phrases. You might be wanting to just write on your rock that it is Pride and we are celebrating Pride 2021. So you can get it out. So you can simply write on this one, Pride 2021. As kind of a memento of an event you're going to. Maybe take that and hide it if you're going to any of the parades. And I know ours are actually going out a little later this year. They're actually going the month after. But yeah, Pride 2021. Or maybe you want to write a comment. One of the other ones I like, which is simply be free to be you, which is one about the freedom of who you are sexuality wise, who you are gender wise, and be free. And any of the quotes, there's so many. If you are struggling to find them and you don't know what you want to put on yours, have a look online, search shop LGBT quotes, but you'll find loads. Be free to be also important. People should be free to express who they are, and in fairness, we shouldn't be judging people that are brave enough to sit there and go, I know who they are gender-wise or who they are sexuality-wise. I mean, I'm, as far as I understand on the genders, I would be a cisgender woman, which means my gender is the same as my sex, which is the gender I was assigned at birth. And yeah, at the same time, that lack of understanding of what all these terms means for a lot of people is still very much there. So this is what I'm hoping to do this month, is to over on Instagram write a bit and give a bit of understanding about what's going on to people, and hopefully give you some cool tutorials along the way. Now I'm going to bring all 3 of these down into the square there. Now they're all done together. You'll see you've got some cool designs that I'm hoping you can have some real fun making them. Obviously you can make the writing a lot neater when you've got a bit more time to do so, but glaze them after they're done, and there you go. 3 very simple Pride rocks all ready to go. I've been Arty Smarty Mum. I hope you have a really good day. Stay safe and well, guys.